making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. That's kinda like giving your fame away. What's wrong with you? I sit in a box where the owners do.
Good day, guys. So today we'll be rigging a vehicle the quickest way possible, and I'll be showing you how to rig this car. So just import the car or whatever vehicle you choose, but I'll be using my own vehicle. So this here is a Ferrari. So it's green Ferrari. I'll be deleting these extra stuff because I don't need them. All this extra stuff I'll be deleting because I don't need them. So delete, and I'll create a plane, make it the ground surface. Good. Alright, so now for this part, what we will do is join all the body parts together. If your vehicle has separate parts, please join the body parts together. So when we rig, you won't have parts all over the place. And don't join the wheels, leave the wheels separate, because the wheels have to work independently and the body works independently. So just leave it how it is. And what we do next is, if you don't have the Rig Car plugin or add-on, please look in the link in the description. DG Creators are the creators of this plugin, and they are the ones who created the Rig Car plugin. This plugin is very useful for persons who want to rig cars in Blender, and it's very easy to use. It's quick and very efficient. This is what I use to render that scene you saw earlier. So it's very, very useful. Okay, so for you guys who do not know how to install the plugin, this is what you do. You go into edit, you go into preferences, and then you see install. You click on install, and then you look for the add-on. Don't unzip the file, leave the file just like that. Don't unzip everything. Leave it just as it is, and you just click on the file. You click on the zip folder, and it's going to install right into Blender. So you just look for Rig Car, and bam, here is it. So you just highlight it, the star appears next to it, and now you have it in Blender, and that's how it's done. So what we do now is go into armature and select car deformation. So what this does, it creates bones for our vehicle, as you can see here. Now, before we start animating anything, I would just like to show you a few basic things. These small bones you see here, the small bones you see here in the front are for your front wheels, and the small bones at the back are for your back wheels. And this big bone in the middle, that's for the body of your vehicle. These are the things that will be able to animate your vehicle. So, and the next thing you also want to make sure you want to do is name the parts of your vehicle the same name as the bone structure. For example, if the bone is DEF wheel FTL, you also have to name this wheel, this front left wheel, DEF wheel FTL. You have to give it the same naming convention, or else the plugin wouldn't work. And the next thing you also have to make sure is that your vehicle is facing in the negative Y direction, because this plugin only works in one axis. So the negative Y direction is the only direction necessary for this plugin to work. Good, so now let's name our parts just as the same name as the bones. So let's go. So this is the front wheel. You just highlight the bone and then give it the name to the front wheel. And then you do the rest for all the other parts. You have the right wheel, you click, change the name, and just do the rest. Back wheel. Okay, so now we have finished naming the bones with their corresponding parts. Now let's delete the car rig and do it back again, and let's see what happens. Boom. Okay, so you see, now that you have named them correctly, the bone structure now is automatically placed where it's supposed to be placed. For example, the back wheel is placed right where the back wheel is supposed to be. The front wheels are placed where it's supposed to be. The bone structure is placed accurately. And this is how it is done. So what you want to do now is generate this rig. Sorry, wait, mistake. Let's now go back and select the car deformation rig, but first let's select all these objects, select the entire vehicle, and then you click car deformation rig, and this automatically places the bone structure in its corresponding part. For example, the front left wheel or the front right wheel is placed right where it's supposed to be, next to the bone structure. The body is placed where it's supposed to be. The back wheel bone structure is placed where it's supposed to be. And this is what we want when we're doing this. So now we can get into the animating part. Now we can get into, so now we just click on the car rig and go into the rig a car menu and generate. And you can see we have generated some parts here. This front part is, all these are very, very useful. You can see we have generated the entire rig, and it's really, see, the front part is for the steering, as you can see. The bottom part is for the body. This is the root bone. The top part is for the bunks or the axle. The back part is for the drift. And you can see here's for the wheel rotation. Good. But you don't have to worry about all of these, because this plugin is going to generate the entire animation for you. So you don't have to learn all of these. But if you do, I have a tutorial in the link in the description of the creators of this plugin. They will take you through step by step all the in-depth details of what this plugin has to offer and all the other stuff. I'm just giving you a quick tutorial on how to do an animated car. So if you want to learn more stuff, just click the link in the description and go to their YouTube channel and they will show you what to do. Alright, so now let's create a path. This path will be used for the car's movement. So let's create a path. We go into curves, create a path, and we go to the top view and rotate this at 90 degrees. and we just extend it. Okay, so now that we have created our path, let us connect the root bone to this path, and now we will animate the car. So we're going to pose mode, select the root bone alone, which is this blue square outer rig. So we select this, we go to bone constraint properties, we go to add bone constraint, and we click to follow path, and then we select the path that we just created, which is the nerves path. So we select our path, and now we change the forward axis to -y, and we follow the curve, and this is how we do it. So now that we follow the curve, you can see the car is being animated. As you can see, let me put it to the top view. Look, you can see the car is being animated. This is what it looks like. So we're going to animate the movement of the car. So from 0, we'll have the 0 offset, and at 250, we're going to have, let's say, -96. So now we have a whole moving animated car. Well, we are not done yet. This is just the beginning. Let us now create a road just to show how the movement looks. So we'll use this plane as the road. We're going to add modifier. We'll use subdivision surface. We click on simple. We give it to 4 levels of subdivision, and we apply. Now we add the array modifier. We give it a count, a decent amount of count, probably 14. And we add the curve. We click to nerve spots so we can get it onto the path of the curve. As you can see, this is what it looks like. So now all we do is rotate it on the x-axis so it can lie down, and it can be just like the surface of the road. So you can see it's really, really good. So you see, alright, this is what it looks like. A beautiful road. And the car goes lovely onto the road, and that is how we want it. So now what we're going to do is give this road a displacement modifier, because I want to show you something with this animation. So let's give it a displacement modifier, displace, click on new, and we add a cloud texture. Let's add a cloud texture. Add a cloud texture, increase the depth. Increase the depth, the size, and let's decrease the strength. Give it a slight something. Let's go to 0.1. Good. Yep, this looks really, really good. Yep, 0.1. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to animate the movement of the wheels to make us to make it more realistic, because from looking at this, you can see that the wheels are not rotating. Look, you see the wheels are not rotating. It's just sliding across the road. Nor is the wheels turning. So let's do that. So in order to do that, you select the car rig. You select the car rig. You go into the car rig menu and you go to bake car steering. So you go to bake car steering and you press OK. Now the steering is going to work and the wheels will be turning. And you also bake wheels rotation, and you click it so you can change the frame. You can change how much frames you want it to work for, but I'm using 250, so I'll be working with this. And now we have, if you look, you can see the wheels are rotating. You see? Look how nice the wheels are rotating. Lovely. So now we have a beautiful driving car. Now, as you can see, the car is moving too smooth because the road we have is a bumpy road, and no way a car is going to drive this smooth on a bumpy road. So to give it more realism, we have to apply the ground sensors to the road. So let me show you what that is. As you can see here, we have this label called ground sensors. You have the ground sensor axle, the front wheel, right wheel, back axle, left wheel, right wheel. So what we do is connect these ground sensors to the road. So we put, which is the road is a plane, so you put it to the plane. So you see, we put to plane, you click to plane, you just connect all these to the plane, 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 plane. As you can see, I connected all of these things to the plane. Now you can see the car is floating. That's not what we want. We don't want the car to float. We want it to be on the ground. So for this to be on the ground, we click on project. For all of these shrink wrap options, we click to project. We click to project. Project all. And now you can see we are back on the ground. And yep, look at this. All right. Yep, you can see the car is moving. Lovely. You see, it looks like it's moving on a bumpy road. You see? Lovely. You see? Now that is how you animate a vehicle. And that is how you make it look very, very realistic and easy to animate. This is one of the best plugins I've ever seen for vehicles. This can work for trucks, it can work for bikes, trains, anything. Once it has wheels, this plugin is going to work for that particular vehicle. So thank you guys for watching my tutorial, and please subscribe for more content. After you finish this step, now you can go on to making your scene however you want it. You can add textures to the road, you can add in an HDRI, you can add in elements into the scene and track your camera to the vehicle and make it look more cinematic and, you know, realistic.
Hey, whoa. Hey, hey, yeah. I'm making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. That's kinda like giving your fame away. What's wrong with you? I sit in a box where the owners do.